Take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
Let's not ask stupid question what is happening, let's just ask what are my orders.
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the arch-militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Yes, my lady. Okay, let's go. Let's go help Mort.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Nice one.
Mort, pull yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Let's go. We must provide immediate assistance to those still on the middle decks. Perhaps we might stop this wave from spreading.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psyker powers.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator. Leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
I hear and obey, Lord Captain.
Then move out! Mort, come.
Oh, don't take Mort. I love that guy. Let's go.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
I shall make do lead the way.
Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
Something hits your hand with a sharp crackle, and you are consumed by unbearable gut-wrenching pain. I promised you a special destiny, Pilgrim. It is time to fulfill it.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Ah, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
Voigdvir, you two-faced scum, you are the one behind this mayhem. Let's go with that.
How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warrant Chamber, this voidship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
What is it, inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, fond Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
Let's go with caution. What sorry pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy? You sordid, wretched piece of grox shit.
Wretched? What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's cur! Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind.
Oh boy, he's taken by the void.
Once my work is done,
I'll make that pompous wench von Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
The blade flashes in the mid-light. A drop of blood appears on your palm. For a brief moment you feel nauseous. Your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate, go to the gate, go to the gate. Fight the voices. Get out, I am not your puppet. The voices in your head giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel this intruding influence. Let's see what this is. You are wounded by the corrupted weapon, which led to a warp entity invading your mind. Oops, this is not good. Forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step toward the gate looming in the center of the chamber. In the gateway arch, you see a cognitor with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor, an obedient automaton created from lobotomized human beings. The sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two amber-like irises. Let's do a tech use. Examine the device. Success. You carefully inspect the design of the gate cognitor. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech relic. The servitor on the gate begins to move. With the screeching and groaning of metal, it leans forward closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out screech, much wider than a jaw of a living human could. The servitor mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voice that filled your head after I don't know how to read this correctly. Voivir wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coils itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. Let's place the hand. The sentinel jaw claps around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motor starts up and the pumps steer into motion. The vid screen of the cognitor flickers. Several long minutes pass. The sentinel jaw remains closed and you are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
You do not understand where this voice is coming from, crackling like static. Is it the servitor, the cognitor? Is it the sentinel, the cognitor? Is it the figment of your weary mind? whichever it is, you can clearly hear every word. Let's go with I require assistance. Pain shots through your head, and subsides just as quickly. It would seem the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do you any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Oh boy.
There is still another way!
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Let it be known that by the will and by the true words of this document, I didn't get it.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora, yes.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
What madness is happening here? Who are you? Who addresses me?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
Lead me away from here.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Okay.
The Divine watches over us.
Let's seal the warrant chamber.
Run, fools, or fall.
That was short.
Master, whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me, what is the meaning of this?
Conrad is a traitor. When we parted ways on the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow and brought me here. This one.
What?
He intended to take revenge on Theodora for something, and trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of the plan.
Oh, holy God, Emperor! I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Master, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
So it would seem, but he is not here and we have a mutiny to end.
Indeed. Indeed. That is easier said than done, of course. But seeing one of Lady Theodora's heirs alive inspires at least some degree of optimism. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And, for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Thank you. Let's go and do some equipping. No. This one. No. I can't remember. Okay. Yeah, here, okay. Sword. Armor. And, I don't think how well, now I'm still better than him at medicine. Okay, let's put this.
This is beyond me.
Sorry. Okay, then let's give it to him. And
We
he'll
are the
do
spearhead
healing.
of the Imperium. Let me help. Even that is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The
If you
lower
say
decks
so.
are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
Let's tell him I heard one of Theodora's voxcasts.
Lady Theodora's. Which one? The last one I received was about the navigator's sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course.
For the Imperium and humanity, lead the way, Seneschal.
Come.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
Out of my way! Surrender to the just power of sacrifice!
I am but a faithful herald of the righteous wrath.
Let's move him forward and put us closer but behind him.
Chaos guides me! I serve the ruinous powers!
Oh god. Let's do kissing character by practicing one. Okay.
I will not be deterred. And
And
so
do
shall it be done.
him. And then shoot him in the face. Success.
Just a minor setback.
Death to non-believers!
Gain and duty go hand in hand.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
I've suffered worse.
Okay, let's do a cleave. Cleave, this is cleave? Yeah, this is cleave. Because we can take 3 of them all at once.
Dominance achieved.
Nice. Nice seneschal.
Victory is imminent.
Can we charge a distance of 1? We can charge him, but we'll get attack of opportunity from this one. So no, we won't do that. We'll just end the turn.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Seneschal is getting a beating. Let's do... Can we do this? No. Let's shoot someone else in the face then.
Actions will let this be the warning to
Nice.
all who oppose us.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Well, he didn't do much damage.
It will be done.
Charge him.
At your beck and call.
And now if he moves away, we get an attack of opportunity on him. Or we shoot him in the face. Oops, miss. Opportunity attack, and that's that. Nice.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Wise words. Let's just loot everything. And let's do our first upgrade. Okay, so this one is at this archetype range it is possible to increase choose a skill. Commerce, persuasion. Let's do this skill is affected by the fellowship characteristics. It represents the character's business sense and their ability to make profitable bargains, may give access to new dialogue options. Persuasion, this skill affects. It represents the character's talent to manipulate other people through negotiation. It allows the character, yes. Let's do persuasion with him, and with him we'll do this skill affects the toughness characteristic. It represents the ability to resist negative effects applied by some poison, stimulants, or alcohol. Demolition. What should we choose? Athletics. Okay, done. What's done is done. Let's go.
Here, on the threshold of the blinded guide, doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head. Idira! Would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close!
Sorry, old man. Their voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abala, how they sing.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valencius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the Imperium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
The entity in your consciousness shrieks and crawls in deeper, its claws scraping against the walls of your mind, as if the presence is trying to hide from the seer standing before you. What are you doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the engineerium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Engineer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Edelthrat! Oh, Emperor's Providence! The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it! You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
We must see if the navigator is well.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Okay, let's get in.
Did I mention that my whispers tell me jokes? Jokes.
May the blessings of the divine grant us the courage and strength.
Let me place myself there. Place him Yes, like this. Place her under cover and start the battle.
Let's make it quick.
Ouch.
Crush the feeble.
Just a minor setback.
Ouch. 2.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Fist.
Better crippled in body than corrupt in mind.
Let's do a battle.
Rejoice in service.
And shoot someone in the face again.
The Emperor.
Nice. Okay.
But of course, what an unfortunate turn of fate.
Let him do.
It will be done.
And do a charge.
I'd rather not.
No.
Indeed.
On him then. Nice. Nice shot.
It will be done.
Hold on.
Ah.
Your corrupt way has failed you.
The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink, parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the two dark, gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, the two ordinary eyes as well, as the third one that sits in the center of its forehead.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
What is wrong with him?
Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Your time is short.
The navigator steers, barely able to lift his head and half open his normal eyes. A dark drop rolls from under the closed lid of the third eye and down his face, leaving behind a black trail. The voice is coming from the Vox grill at the base of the bizarre chair. It is unclear how the navigator is able to produce human speech. You are in need of help. We have to get you out of that chair.
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Suddenly the navigator's body starts thrashing in place. It lurches forward, then falls back onto the seat, then thrusts forward again, and its bones crack and its skin tears open. However, the fusion between the body and the chair appears to be stronger than this wild impetuous. The mutant remains seated but leans as far forward as he can, his layered remnant slowly turning crimson. The grill's slits burst open, forming two figures screaming mouth-like pits.
Ah! It came from beyond! His body is not his!
Fedira screams, its echoes by the silent cries of in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator succumbing to the paroxysm of corruption.
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words of meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
The navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, screeching and crackling, but then his feet stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under his third eye has turned from a trickling into a stream mixed with the blood coming out of his nose, and there is purplish swelling around the eye.
Run! Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
I want to help you, tell me how.
Run. The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on. And wait for the signal from the Master Helmsman. Then I will commence the translation. So, run, run.
The navigator is still alive, but barely so. What do we do now?
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespidas, good luck. And thank you.
The navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static, interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter.
The Emperor protects.
The Emperor protects, yeah.
Know your duty.
Looty. Looty loot. Is there anything else that we can rob before we go? Don't think so. No. Okay, let's go. Let's see if we have
Blessed is von Valencius'
anything
bloodline.
interesting. So this looks the same. This is for the Psycho. Let's see what weapons does he have. This is the one-hander. Okay, let's put the axe in the other hand for him. And this one is the same. And this one is the same. Okay. Okay, let's go. Wait, everyone. Everybody.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
The door does not budge. Okay, so this is blocked. Where do we go? Ah, okay, we can go around this.